Nah, her name is Tara Dot JS.
Oh, okay.
So I guess she's a TikToker, and she hosts a lot of TikTok lives, and she be going in. But I guess this is her first time on a live stream on YouTube. So let's see what they talking about.
Initial ending outcome was my decision. So yes.
But if he got a vasectomy, there would be no baby. If he covered it,
every
if he wrapped it up, there would
Wait,
be no
wait.
baby.
Wait, so watch.
Vasectomies.
Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. The thing
That's
is,
it.
Room 9.
that's not an issue, right? What she's saying is factually true.
No, I'm not talking about her personal issue. I'm saying in
Wait,
general.
no, you speaking in general. You said
I'm
men can
saying
get a
women got
vasectomy.
access to sex, but if you didn't want the baby and you use the proper protection, there wouldn't even be a pregnancy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why are y'all skipping that step? As if the baby appeared out of nowhere, you didn't do. You just like what she wrapped her legs and suction.
Nobody's skipping the step. Nobody's skipping the step.
Y'all all skipping the step. A man
No,
will take
Hey,
the
Tara, you have to let him finish his thought, Tara. You have to let him finish his thought.
Cheeky, can I? I'm gonna ask this because Tara right now she might beat me up if I ask her. Miss Courtney and Miss Ebony, if you give that man an option to whether he wants to be a father or not, would we be in this predicament? If you just like what Cheeky's trying to get towards, if you made sure this man wanted to be a father or not, and you gave him the option, even if he changes his mind, would women be in the predicaments they're in? And because I ask you this, every time I ask a woman before we get to this sensitive subject, especially if she has a kid, Courtney, would you have a kid, or would you have a kid with a man who don't want you or that kid?
No.
Hey, Ebony,
that's
would
why I
you?
waited.
Hold on. Ebony, would you?
No.
Tara, would you?
I don't know what you say, my bad.
Would you have a kid with a man who don't want you or a kid?
Y'all just set up questions. I
No,
mean,
ma'am, I just
Just answer the question. It's fine.
Would you have a kid with a man who don't want you or a child?
yeah, but it's personal for a general conversation.
No, man, that's
No,
not
no,
personal,
no,
man.
no. That's not personal. It's hypothetical. Would you have a kid with the man that didn't want you or the kid?
Before you even have
Ali,
sex,
Ali,
man.
Ali, no, let
I'm
her.
trying to set a question up. That's the weird part. That's all.
No. It's an honest question, right? Hey, one second. Hey, one second, Tara, one second. Ali, one second. Tara, hey, Tara, when the hosts of the show are talking, you have to refrain yourself, okay, Tara? You know the deal.
Come on, Tara, we want you over here. Tara.
Hey, Ali, can you ask me that question?
Hey, Fatty, would you have a kid with a woman who don't want to have a kid with you or want to be with you?
No, I think it's a terrible environment. I think it's a terrible foundation. Like that's everything to go left. So no, things change. Of course, I might be with somebody that might want to have a kid with me, and then all of a sudden they don't have the same feelings because there's life. But from the get-go, I'll never force a woman to be a mother that doesn't want to be around me or a kid. I answered that. Yes.
And that's the problem. Oh, go ahead, Chicky.
The thing is, we're not addressing what she's saying, right? It's a simple address. Men can get a vasectomy. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Women can get their tube stopped. Why don't women get their tube stopped?
They're not the equivalent though. One is
Wait. Listen to a reason though before y'all react. Tara, why do you say they're not equivalent?
Not just say they're not equivalent because one is inpatient and one is outpatient.
Oh.
Do you understand the difference between that? Like one is considered minor surgery.
Hold on, let her finish.
That's the difference.
Say that again. No, you're cut out.
One is considered minor surgery while the other is major surgery. That's the difference. But what I'm saying is, we're saying that because you already made the point about my body, my choice, right?
Agree.
What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is like all the responsibilities being put on the woman in this case. What I'm saying is there are precautions men can take so there wouldn't even be a pregnancy to make it seem like, well, she's giving access to sex. Nothing he can do. And if she chooses that as baby by this man who don't want her, then that's on her. That like avoids any responsibility for a man in a situation, which doesn't make sense.
Cheeky, do you want to address this before we move to Ali?
Yes.
And I see you, Money. I see you too. Go ahead.
So yes, tubal litigation is generally considered a minor surgical procedure. So that's also that would be
so that's kept too. That's
so
crazy.
I just looked it up just because again.
Can you read it again, Cheeky?
I could share the screen.
Y'all think
no, don't share it. One second, Daryl. 1 second. Just read it again, Cheeky, please.
Yes, tubal ligation or getting your tubes tied is generally considered a minor surgical procedure, often done as a day surgery. Minor surgery is typically a quick procedure with short recovery, often allowing you to go home the same day. Now,
Fuck.
Liar.
I'm not saying she a liar. I'm just saying if I'm okay with being wrong, but I just want to check. If you said
Okay,
that,
I got it.
Oh,
Getting your tubes tied.
wait.
Okay, I'll counter when you're done. Then
Yeah, fine. That's totally fine with me. So if you say that getting a vasectomy is a minor surgery that men can do, getting your tubes tied is a minor surgery women can do. My only point is if we start going through the list of things that would allow for pregnancies to not exist, women's list is much longer. Yes, men can wear a condom, but if men don't want to wear a condom, you can wear a female condom. But most people don't ever know or hear about that.
Never saw one.
Most women have never decided to use that as an option. But no matter what, my point is, the list is a much extensive and longer for when it comes to women's choice and reproductive anything.
Message.
So what are y'all thoughts on this situation? I saw you shaking your head, Ash. What you got? I know you got something you want to say.
At first, I didn't know what was going on, and then I finally figured out because I know this show very well.
Yeah.
I understand exactly what she's saying. I think it's more we put a lot on the woman when it comes to sex, pregnancy, and all that jazz. And so, from what I'm understanding, is she's more saying, men need to take a little bit more responsibility than what's currently happening. I don't know how it all started or whatever's coming from it. I do also get what she's saying about the minor and the not so minor. It is more, it's harder on a woman's body than it would be for a man to get surgery. So you shake your head no, but that's just because y'all are afraid to do anything with your balls. But yet we have to have something shoved up our body or cut into us to get some shit done. But y'all can just literally have a snip and put a fucking ice pack on it and move on. That's all I'm saying. I think that's where she's coming from. It is a lot. It is a little less. But for him, I get what also he's saying. He's more just saying like, whatever. All in all, I don't fully know, but I do semi-agree. I think that there should be a little bit more ownership when it comes to sex in the man.
I mean, there was more to this conversation, but the biggest thing is if you have consensual sex and the woman decides, like, if she gets pregnant, decides to keep the kid, the man has no say so of it. If to keep the kid or not keep the kid. And if you do keep the kid, the man usually gets fucked for 18 years and still on your program how he gets to see the kid and all this other shit. So probably what you're saying is it's more on the woman's end, the one getting pregnant. So it's like this. So like if I came in a scenario where just say some chick that I was gonna hook up with, some bad chick, and she said, hey, there's like a 95% chance that I got some sort of STD. It's up to you. You know about it. Cool. And I decide to fucking do it, right? And I wear a condom, whatever. If I find out the condom bust, and I got 48 hours to take this pill that can magically take that shit away, I'm gonna fucking do it, right? I'm gonna make sure that I'm not going to have a kid or get an STD because I know, like I will be stuck with this shit. So when you have sex, a woman is automatically stuck with the kid. I think you got to make better decisions because a man really isn't. Like, I got my plan B. I'll pay for the plan B pill. Cool. If that's what it is, I'm fine with it. But the thing is, you bear the most responsibility. You guys don't act like you do. It's not fair, but you do.
I don't know about not acting like we do.
I have
what do you mean?
strong opinions about this, so I'll wait till the end.
In most situations, the dude say, no, I don't even really know you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want the kid. And you still say, yeah, well, fuck that. I'm having a kid. And then guess what? I'm taking your ass to getting child support on the kids you didn't want. Cool. Guess what? That happens. That's what I'm saying. You get to make that choice, but you also get to take someone else down who didn't want to do that.
Yeah, but you also fucked her.
Right.
But again, like I said, I just told you, you could have.
Baby. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, you guys don't want the responsibility of fucking. And then
but if we did have the responsibility, we'd do it way better than you guys do. I guarantee you.
You're fucking now, and you're not doing a good job because you're complaining that you're getting trapped.
Most men
do to make a baby. Y'all act like it don't take two people.
Well, I'm trying to say, if we took the most responsibility, just say if for some reason men could have kids, I guarantee it'd be way better than the way you guys do it now.
This is crazy to me because
110%, because we know we're not gonna depend on you. If I don't see a life with you, I'm getting that shit taken care of.
But if you don't see a life with me, then you should have taken all the precautions while you were fucking me before we got to the baby.
Are you kidding me? Most of the times, the woman's the one who breaks up the fucking man. What are you talking about?
No, we're talking about from the beginning. You're saying it's after when she gets pregnant, but why aren't we taking the precautions beforehand? And then once we're there, you're only going to, once you're there, you're fucked. But it's kind of like, okay, but why'd you fuck her then? If you were afraid of all the extra shit.
So it will take both of us. I'm not gonna blame the shit on you. I'm just gonna get it taken care of. Fuck your do with it. I don't care what you do. I know I'm gonna be stuck with this shit. I don't give a fuck about what you do. I'm gonna fix it.
I get what you're saying, but
that's what I'm trying to say. And that's
the beginning. The root cause was the fucking.
Yes, and we both want to do that shit, and we realized it wasn't a good idea.
Right, what happened from the fucking? You shouldn't have fucked her. If you were worried about
kidding me? Like, people do dumb shit all the time.
So that's an excuse?
But I'm gonna fix the dumb shit that I did. You're not listening to what I'm trying to say?
I'm listening.
Like if I say, like I said, if I'm wearing a condom and it busts, I am automatically going to take a day off the pill the next day. Automatic. It's not a question. It's nothing. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it.
Understood, right? But if you were worried about the girl trapping you, why did you fuck her in the first place?
Because I wanted to bust a fucking nut.
There you go.
That's your damn problem.
Okay, so I'm getting fucked because I want to have a good time, and then you decide to say, "Hey, your deal."
Y'all act like women want to have y'all's fucking dusty ass babies for 18 years. Y'all act like it ain't something. So if a woman gets pregnant by you, you act like they're over here like, yes, I scored. I got to deal with that fucking dusty baby and your dusty ass for 18 years. Y'all act like it's how about some people don't believe in abortion? How about that? Some people do not believe in killing babies. No, you shouldn't have had sex either.
Most men believe in it.
You wouldn't have put your dick in me. I wouldn't have got pregnant.
Hey, most men believe in it. It's you the ones who fuck it up.
No,
you do. Most men believe in that shit. They're like, I'm not gonna be stuck with this bitch for 18 years. Get rid of it.
And don't fuck her.
See,
keep your dick in your pants and don't fuck her.
So now it's all our fault.
You ain't got no self-control. You shouldn't be fucking at all if that's the case.
All I'm trying to say is, if I say I don't want the kid and you end up having, you should not be able to fuck me on the money. I should not be able to see the kid. Now, I believe the law should be. I believe the law should be, if I decide not to have I want nothing to do with the kid, and I decide to get in the kid's life and I decided to get in the kid's life in just say 5 or 10 years, then you should get back child support from me. But if I decide, hey, I don't want this kid, I shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask the lady something.
We're evil if we get fucked over on the deal.
Can I ask the lady something real quick?
That's the worry. That's the stress. So don't do it.
Ladies, let me ask y'all a question. If you have a daughter, I don't know if y'all, but let's say you have a daughter and she's getting to a point where she's going to have sex and all that. She's getting sexually active or whatever. She's around that age. Would you say, hey, save your womb, close your legs, make sure the guy that you with, make sure he'll take care of the baby if you get married, all those? Or would you say, hey, it's up to the man to do the protection for yourself from you getting pregnant? It's up to the man, right, to wear the condom to make sure you don't get pregnant. Which one would you actually? I'm just asking. I'm not. Hold on, Ash. I'm not trying to put it on y'all. I'm just asking.
Right. I just want to make sure I'm understanding. It's either close your legs or make sure that man can take care of you because it's on the man.
No, I
Close
said
your mouth.
also I added a caveat. Close your legs, or make sure the man that you have a baby with, you understand he will take care of the kid of the baby, or leave the entire ownership up to the man to make sure he got a condom on. Would you tell your kids to do that? Your daughter to do that? I mean, which one you would tell your daughter to do?
We can't leave nothing up to y'all because y'all gonna put your dick in anything that has a grease around, a greasy hole around it.
If you don't leave it up,
we got men that think.
Okay. So if you can't leave it up to us, right? If you can't leave it up to us, that means you will make sure before y'all probably had sex, or your daughter before you'll make sure that, hey, make sure he got a condom before you have sex. If he don't have one, and you're not that well accommodated with him as far as understanding what he'll do if you get pregnant, make sure he has one, or tell him to go get one. Would you tell your daughter to do that?
I would be happy to answer this question. Okay. But I need to put a caveat on it real quick. So me personally, I don't have children. All right. But I 100% believe that you teach your daughters not to have sex at all, just like you teach your sons not to have sex at all until they are responsible enough, okay, to either be in a healthy relationship where you are either preventing it on both ends or one end, whichever, because we know y'all men, like you said, you just want to fuck, you just want to put your dick in a hole. So with that being said, pregnancy is quite possible, and of course it's going to be the woman's fault if she gets pregnant. So in my case, if I had a daughter that I knew was being sexually active, first I would beat her ass and I would lock her in the house for the rest of her life if I possibly could. But if that's not possible, I would absolutely put her on birth control, because I know y'all little boys with y'all's little dicks ain't gonna put no fucking little condom on it to prevent pregnancy. What you're gonna do is get her pregnant and then make the parents take care of them, and then blame her for the rest of her life that you put your dick in her and got her pregnant when she was young, when none of y'all should have been fucking in the first place. That's the truth. And we shouldn't even really be having this conversation if we were really thinking about responsibility. Okay. Responsibility is not fucking at all. Listen, let me finish, because I'm very passionate about this, because I've never been pregnant, number one. And that's for a reason, because I never wanted to be a baby mother, not because I had two sisters that had kids when they were teenagers that I personally raised. So I knew a long time ago that I didn't want to be a baby mama, and I did everything that I needed to do to either prevent it by birth control, condoms, or not having sex at all. Because I'm not going to have a man look me in the eyes, beg me for this pussy, and then say, "Oh, I don't want that baby, and I don't want you, and I don't." And I'm also a person that doesn't believe in abortion. So as far as that's concerned, if y'all want y'all abortion rights, and these women want their abortion rights, when that man decides that he don't want that baby, then he shouldn't have to take care of it. If you want to sit up here and keep it, so you're talking. So I'm not one of those people that's unfair about it. I think that men don't have enough rights when it comes to these women having babies that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? If the man has to take care of it, then he should have the right to tell her, I don't want to take care of this baby that I don't want, and I shouldn't have to pay child support. So I'm with you on that, Marcus, but you shouldn't have put your dick in her raw to begin with. So if you didn't want to get her to get pregnant and you were worried about a condom busting, then that is a risk you take. It's called Russian roulette. So you taking a risk with your life, just like the woman is, and that child is not the one responsible.
Hold on, Mark. And again, if it did happen, just one second. And if it did happen, I would be okay with that, with us trying to work it out. 100%. If I don't have any kids either, but if I did, believe me, I wouldn't be no deadbeat dad. I would definitely take care of my responsibility. But I want equal say so on that shit too. And I've seen it go so south when women get control that the man has no say so. He's pretty much getting fucked. And that's what I'm against.
That's where I agree with you.
The reason I asked that question, right? The reason why I asked that question, because oftentimes when we run into this conversation, it's always a pointing the finger situation. But I just want to kind of give a new perspective about it. I think it's more. I think we, as us people, we need to teach more about personal responsibility, and you're the captain of your own fate. You're the master of your own soul. So I am not going to leave it up to the woman to make sure that she gets a abortion or she on the pill and everything. I'm gonna do what I have to do to protect myself. I think at the same time, when we have these conversations, when we actually give information on what women can do, I think that's when we get in point of contention, because they always say, well, y'all men need to stop doing it. Fine, cool, we heard it. But why can't we actually have the conversation just like you just explained, Mimi, all the things that the things that you did? Because at the same time, if you worrying about yourself, you don't have to worry about no man getting you pregnant, because you're making sure you're doing your due diligence not to get pregnant. So I think that's a lot of the times when men, especially men, I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids out of wedlock. I did discipline and all that type of stuff, right? These type of men that's saying, okay, if I had a daughter, I would try to teach her these things. I don't want to have a situation where she always saying, well, men just need to stop being don't have dick discipline, because that's not going to do anything, because you leaving it up to the power of the man to make the decision in the bed. That man did not get there by just chance, or he rubbed against your elbow and you got pregnant. It was some texting going on. It was some flirting going on. It was like, hey, I ain't looking for no relationship. I just want to have sex. He came over there. He penetrated and all that type of stuff. He did all that. Both of y'all knew. My whole thing about this is, why can't we have the conversation and say, well, women, if you not all the way sure about this man, you don't want to be married with him, and let's just say, let's forget all that. You just don't want to have a baby right now because you and your whatever you got going on. Why can't we ever say, well, hey, make sure the man got a condom on? Because I've been plenty of situations where a woman told me, hey, do you got a condom? And I didn't even know it was going to go that far. Right. But she was like, do you got one? Oh, we can't do nothing until you get one. Now, was I on medium, soft, almost half hard, getting in the car, running to the store to go get one? That's what I had to do. Ain't no man gonna say, well, since I can't go raw, then I ain't gonna have sex. No, I think there is ownership on the woman to make sure they protect themselves. But every time we get in these conversations to say, hey, women, these are some ways that you can protect yourself, a lot of women take it as we're trying to make them look bad, or we're trying to put the 100% onus on them. Because like, the world is not absolute. You're gonna have knuckleheads, you're gonna have undisciplined men, and you're gonna have undisciplined women, and you're gonna have undisciplined men and undisciplined women coming together having sex and having a baby, right? We don't look at it like that both of y'all was undisciplined in the situation. We just look at it as the man, he was undisciplined and you need to put a condom on. She was undisciplined because she let a man go in her without a condom. So it's an onus on yourself to protect yourself and look at it in that aspect instead of it's the man's fault or the woman's fault. I think that's what
and then there's those circumstances where the condom does come off or break or something. So then in that case, if you're a responsible woman, you're on birth control, or maybe you use some other form of contraception. There's so many different forms of contraception out of there.
And I think that's what he was trying to explain in the video.
Oh, in the video, I agreed with him 100%. I didn't agree with Mark.
The lady was trying to make it like
that's when the conversation started, was because of Marcus.
Yeah, Mark is saying, if you let me bust off in you, I'm gonna do it. What you mean?
I'm just telling you the truth.
And we understand that you would do that, and that is very disheartening. I am gonna say that I didn't.
Hey, I'm telling you, most men would. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? I mean, most people, if you got no responsibility for most shit, then you're gonna do whatever it is. So that's the truth of it.
You just
if someone told me not to, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, so it is what it is.
But if I say you go right ahead, stick your dick in my pussy raw and give me a baby, you're gonna be like, yeah.
No.
Well, then you would say no. Then you're not fucking.
No.
I leave the baby part out. You'll do
it. If someone said I want a baby, then we
I don't know, because girls are saying that and y'all still be fucking. So I don't know if I believe you.
What? No. If it was just someone I was fucking around with, and like we weren't serious, he said I want a baby, I'm leaving. I'm not putting it to test.
At the end of the day, right? If we say y'all men, y'all just be fucking anything, the anything would be the one that's letting them do it, right? So at that point in time, when we actually champion these things like body count doesn't matter. Women can do whatever they want to do. They can do just as much as men, and they ain't gonna have anything happen to them mentally and all that type of stuff. They can smash and all this type of stuff. Women need to go have a whole phase in order to understand what they like and don't like. Right? We say these things. Then you need those undisciplined men to partake in those situations with them, right? Because they can't have a whole phase if it ain't no undisciplined men's out there.
No,
so
they just
that's
lie.
one of those
They just
things.
lie, that's
Okay,
all.
if we're gonna have that situation, if we're gonna promote that, women can have sex with whatever they want, body count doesn't matter, X, Y, Z, etc., etc., etc. Well, make sure that if you're gonna go in this path, make sure that man have a condom. If not, then there's gonna be some complications in the more times you put yourself in those situations.
I also think that you have to remember too, people who have that type of mentality also are prepared for those repercussions. Those aren't the people that have that mentality aren't over here talking about what Marcus was talking about. Like,
no, I mean, I don't.
Things are set up a little different, but yeah.
I think I kind of disagree because the same women that say body count doesn't matter, they had their whole phase and everything. Those usually are the same women that say men are not disciplined. Y'all need to do all these type of things and make sure you wrap it up. Stop having sex with these women, and if you don't love her or you don't want to like her like that, stop having sex with her. They saying all these things.
I just want to know how many people have you ran into that had a whole phase and then sit there and look at men talking about you need to have dick discipline. How many people?
The ones that had a whole phase, right? A whole phase doesn't mean right they're actively in it. They had the whole phase, and after they done having it, they say y'all men need to. Y'all
now
men
they
need
want to judge.
stop.
I disagree. How many people have you met that are like that? Because I fully disagree. I know many women.
I met plenty.
Many
that have enjoyed their life and don't judge other men for doing the same fucking thing. Now, will they fuck?
No, judge. Yeah, I done met plenty. I done literally had conversations with women, and I usually don't throw all the cards out because I just want to see if they contradict themselves. And I'm not trying to do no mind games. I just had plenty of conversations with women. If you throw all your cards out, they got enough recon to actually don't say what they want to say for real. So I just throw out some things. And I'm like, yeah, you had a whole phase. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah, I had a whole phase. I was doing this, I was doing that, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And before that conversation, they'll talk all this stuff of how undisciplined men are. Plenty of times.
Can I say something real quick?
You cannot believe me.
No.
I done ran into those situations.
Let me just say this real quick because y'all talking about women who have had whole phases, and you're talking about these women because these women told you they had a whole phase, right? So let's be honest out here. There are so many women, and you may know some personally that you didn't think ever had a whole phase in their life, and they absolutely 100% did. Okay, you just don't know about it, and they lied about it, or they were from another state. They moved to you will never know which women really truly had a whole phase and which ones didn't. And I'm just gonna leave that right there.
Yeah. No, that was
so many levels when what y'all think women do and what they don't do. And the truth is, we so much better at hiding shit that you'll never know who the fuck it was a hoe.
That's a motherfucking lie.
Unless they tell you.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let Matt go, but that's a motherfucking lie.
But
I guess you're gonna tell me that a hoe got a loose pussy and her pussy ain't good. You're gonna probably say that hoes don't fit. You can tell when you put your dick in her or something.
No.
I'm gonna let Matt go. I'll tell you.
I'm tying it to the conversation. The conversation is not about how we know if a woman is a hoe or not, right? We're talking about how women can protect themselves from getting pregnant, and if they had a whole phase or not. What kind of precautions they can put in place so they don't be in that situation? That's what we were talking
back
about.
To that, sure.
We all know that.
But with the situation, with the situation with we don't know if she had a whole phase, this, that, there, blah, blah, blah. They so good. Y'all better at it than X, Y, and Z.
We are.
I find it interesting when we have conversation of men say this all the time that women are doing all these things. But a lot of times women, they are so much better at playing the game of a game they don't play. And what I mean by that, when we have conversation, they say these women, y'all, we not like this. Y'all the one that's undisciplined. Y'all the one doing this. Y'all doing this, that, and third. But on another conversation, we'll say y'all like to champion how much better y'all are at cheating, how much better y'all going out here messing with multiple guys and all that stuff. How are y'all so good at cheating with no experience?
We didn't say cheating, number one.
Yep. I'm saying in general, playing the game, cheating, all that stuff. How are y'all so good at it if y'all don't have experience in it? Depending on the conversation.
Y'all know so much and y'all don't know a damn thing.
And you're not just how men are separate. You know, there are some men that do certain things, there's some men that do certain things, and some men that do what y'all do, right? And you also need to think of women like that. And I think you think of as women as like this whole collective that we are all just like moving as a front. And that's just not how it works. So when we're saying like, oh, you would never know, because there are women out there that you would never fucking know. And that's not saying cheating. That's just saying that's just what they're doing. So it's just the people that you talk to and who you interact with. And so I get what you're saying with the people that you have come into contact with that are like that. But I've also come into contact with a lot of different women that also move completely different than what you're talking about. I don't care that you have.
The conversation.
I'm not talking anymore that are hoes, but back in the day, sure, who gives a fuck? So, you know, and because I also know that you are very much like you care about body count. I know a lot of people who don't give a fuck about body count. So it's just really about the pockets of people that you're talking about.
Right. I respectfully, Ash, like, I get it. When we have these conversations, it's like apples and oranges. Some people like this, some people like that. Like, I mean, you asked me, have I actually ran into these have a conversation with these women and stuff like that? And I say yes. And then you're like, okay, well, it happens over here, but it doesn't happen over there. But in general, what we're talking about, is it happening? And yes, it is. At the end of the day, I'm right. Right?
About which
I'm not saying but I'm saying from a general standpoint. Look, from a general standpoint, does it happen? I am right because it does. Right?
What exactly are you saying that happens? So I know which conversation you're having.
The situation where you're talking about the women that are saying they had a whole phase, but they no longer hoes, but at the same time they contradict themselves as far as saying that men need to wrap it up, men have dick discipline and all that stuff. Women that sitting here saying that they are better at the game, playing the game than men, and all that type of stuff. And I'm saying, well, how can y'all say that y'all are much better than any women in whatever facet? I mean, better than men, whatever facet of the conversation when it comes to relationship, cheating, having multiple partners and all that type of stuff. But at the same time, in a different conversation, y'all say y'all don't participate. I'm saying all of those stuff. And you're saying, well, some people do and some people don't. I get that. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, in general sense, if I'm speaking in general and I'm saying these things happen, it actually happens. I'm not negating if it doesn't happen in different facets and different conversations and people.
You can say that, and I can also say the same thing. You get what I'm saying? This is a conversation. It's not. I need to fully agree with you. I'm listening to you, and you can also listen to what I'm saying.
The truth is, men lie, women lie, everyone lies.
But when I'm saying, if I'm speaking in general and saying these things happen, I'm not. My whole thing is not trying to get you to agree to say that I'm right and this, that, and the third. What I'm saying is, what if I'm speaking in general, saying something does happen when people fight against it and saying, well, I know people that it doesn't happen, so it's like it's kind of moot, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm saying it does, and you agree that it does, but we're just having a back and forth of like, oh, well, just because it happened over here, it doesn't happen over there. It's already kind of understood if I'm speaking in general and I'm not putting an absolute thing on.
No, because if I didn't say anything and just said, sure, that's what happens, then we're sitting on a panel and just being like, we're all going with one conversation. No, it needs to be.
It's a difference of that. There's a difference between it. That's what happens and it happens. That what happened will imply it happened every single time. Saying it happens, that means in certain situation it does happen.
Okay, that's both of us then. Okay, so we're going to agree to agree. Understood. We're on the same page. You had a conversation. I had a conversation. We're good.
But I think the one thing you did say is that just because someone doesn't tell you that you can't tell, that's straight bullshit. You can tell the girls had a whole phase. Like you can just tell by the way they move.
How, Marcus? How?
Yo, hey, you can just tell the way they move. If they're real, if they're like real social. And that's a big sign that they may have had. If they have a lot of dude friends, if they had a lot, that's one thing. If they have a lot of dude friends, If they go out, I mean, it's just so many things you just tell, just the way they move. I can't
This
just
is hilarious. Keep going.
I
Keep
can't
going. You seem to have a list, so I'd love to hear it. This is hilarious.
It's popular. You gotta have that conversation. Like maybe I can tell you probably been around a little bit. You know what I mean?
Really?
I can just tell.
Really?
Yeah. Hey.
How can you tell that?
I just the way you move.
The way I move. What in this
Just
chair?
the way you move. You know a lot of stuff.
Because you don't know anything about how I move outside.
I really don't. I really don't know nothing about you.
You haven't even seen what my feet look like, let alone.
I really know nothing about you. But just the way your conversation goes, I can kind of tell you may have been,
Because I call your bullshit and you.
No, that ain't gotta be it. You real opinionated.
So how many bodies do you think I have? What one?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
15, 47.
Yeah, see, the actual count.
What is my? You saying I got a lot of bodies? You can just tell by the way
I did not say you had a lot of bodies. I just said I feel like you've been around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is around? What does that mean? I've been around
more than like 2 or 3. How about that?
2 or 3. Okay.
Well,
okay. So that's a lot. So that's a lot.
More than like 4 or 5.
Did you say 2 or 3 is a lot?
2 or 3 is a lot.
No. 2 or 3 is not a lot at all.
That's been around. So you mean so what you really mean to say is that I'm sexually experienced.
There you go.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I can tell you this. I know one thing. Most of you men don't want a woman that has 0 experience. Y'all can sit here and say you want you prefer a virgin, but I can tell you for a fact you don't.
If it was a choice, and I'm gonna tell you,
of course, if you had a choice,
it has 0 to do about sex part.
So wait, you mean me being around had 0 to do with sex?
No, I'm saying if it was a virgin, the reason with choosing has 0 to do with sex.
Okay.
What does it have to do with? Not because, like I say, when a girl's been around a little bit, she's opinionated. She knows the fuck. Like you can't talk about
Marcus.
I'm telling you.
Marcus,
I'm telling you. Hey, girls,
simmer down, son.
Girls who have not had a lot of sexual experience are really easy to handle, like to be,
Really?
I'm gonna say handle. There you go.
How many virgins have you had in your life?
Shit, probably 1.
Okay,
when I was a virgin.
So that would mean that you've been around. Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
They view it differently. Men can do whatever. Women,
right?
I've definitely been around.
Anything, a greasy hole in the wall, but we can't fuck nothing, or we got too.
When men get experience, when men get experience, they get to understand how women work. That's the thing.
Well, let me just tell you,
it's different on the other end. It's different on the other end.
I love the fact that you think that you can psychoanalyze me in my box and how many times
it was
how many times it's seen a peen. But I'll let you live with that in your head and think whatever you want to think. But I can say that you are absolutely out of your fucking mind if that is the way that you are. If that is the way that you can look at a woman and you say because she's opinionated, she's been around. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you have that.
I'm not articulating myself the best way.
You absolutely are not. But I'm gonna let you live on that one because that's insane. That's insane.
But I know what I'm talking about. And let's just do it that way.
Well,
but you don't.
I tell you this. You just keep disappointed, so we'll just leave it at that, and you can take it how you want to take it. Okay.
Hey, I might be wrong.
Either way, you wouldn't be disappointed. We'll just leave it at that.
I could be. Hey, you never know.
I'll just leave it at that.
It's all right.
But that was
everybody else is so quiet.
We
just letting them have their back.
Do you guys agree with what Marcus is saying?
I agree to a certain extent, but
that you're able to tell.
You can be able to tell. Like it probably your radar might be off a little bit, but you can tell. It's just based off like experience. So it's just one of those things as far as men, y'all probably disagree or whatever, but having certain conversations, seeing how they move, a whole bunch of different things, The reason why
like
you say a lot of men are horn dogs and they just want to have sex and all that type of stuff. Usually the women that they scope, and if they have enough charisma and whatever, more than likely they can put themselves in the situation to smash a chick.
Can you tell me like the top 3 things that you guys look at to see if a woman is
conversation? I say conversation, right? If she's, I guess she's more sexually out there, like the way she talks and all that stuff. If she's not scared to talk about sex at all, like for example, I was like, I was somewhere one time, and one time this girl, she was drinking. That's another one. If she get belligerent drunk everywhere, like anywhere, like you be like, okay, she might can go. Not trying to be on no grapey stuff. It's just like she don't have a sense of her surrounding, right? She don't care about how she is perceived amongst everybody, right? I didn't heard a woman just out of nowhere say, "No, nobody in this party deserve my mouth," or something along like that. I said, yeah, she probably more than likely to be the type of woman that can go, right? I never heard a woman that wasn't like cared about her self-image. I think that's what it is, self-image, right? If she don't care about her self-image and she talk about sex all the time and this, that, and the third, and it's just based off conversation, the way she carry herself, the type of clothes that she wear, like it's like a template, basically. The men know what I'm talking about. It's like a template.
Do you guys agree with that? That's the criteria.
That's part of it, but she doesn't. But the thing is, she doesn't value exclusivity, and you have to pay attention to does she want attention or is she focused on connection? When you have these, is she clear on her standards? Those are little tales to be able to tell if she's actually a promiscuous woman or not. You know what I'm saying? If she's like, listen, can she say no comfortably? Can she just say no and like, this is my standard? I'm not wavering from this shit. This is what I want. This is what it is. 9 times out of 10, a lot of women who aren't like this, you can tell. And the women who are like this, you can tell. That's why a lot of women, when a lot of women say men are dumb, no, they're not. They just don't. They may not say a lot, but they spot a lot of different things. And sometimes they may not know how to articulate it properly, but they can pinpoint it. And so that's why they know how to fly.
Now, Ash, let me ask you this.
Smell it out, man.
Is this some things when you go out?
Hold on, Matt. But they know how to slaughter a woman properly. So that's why you can tell the men who actually get the box versus the men who don't get the box. So when men say this shit, they're not just talking out the side of their neck. They may not be able to pinpoint it right off the bat, like, oh damn, bro, it's this, that, and the third. But if you put them in a situation, they can tell you if she going or she ain't. But 9 times out of 10, she going.
And does that come from experience? So it means like you need to be a promiscuous man to find out other women that are promiscuous.
You don't necessarily have to be promiscuous. You can have a lot of interactions with women.
You gotta stop, but y'all gotta stop trying to compare the two. We ain't the same.
I'm not trying to. Because previously it was said that it was experience. So I'm trying to go down to understand there was experience that teaches you.
We have to be experienced because women typically speaking, women want a man with experience. Typically speaking. So in order for us to get experience,
even the virgins, right?
Typically speaking, they want a man with experience. And if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying because I know I'm not lying.
Well, I can tell you how I know a man is promiscuous.
Qualities in men that deter you from them because you might think oh, that's the type of guy I ain't trying to rock with him.
Yeah, I can tell you how I know a man is promiscuous.
I ain't talking about promiscuous. I'm talking about the certain things that you want or don't want out of them.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm just saying. I think that this whole conversation is crazy.
And be like, he might kind of be like going both ways or something like that. Or
we can use it in the same. We don't need to switch to gay. We can use it in the same category.
Well, okay. How about this? You can say that. Okay, you seeing this man in a general place or whatever environment, and the way he's carrying himself, you be like, he ain't got no money. He trying to act like it. He ain't got nothing. He got the chain on. It might be fake, this, that, and the third. And all he do is talk about money the whole night, how much he got in this stuff. You be like, He probably ain't got it like that, because people with money that's really out here doing things, they usually don't do that. Is that a fair assessment?
The most player men that I know don't go to the clubs. They don't flash for women or talk to women, and some of them they don't even need to. Like, they just got that swag. Like, it's just I don't think that you can look at. I just think this whole conversation is silly, because I don't think for one second that Marcus can tell that I'm promiscuous because I can talk and speak for myself.
No. Okay, let me change it. Let me change it.
Can answer my question first?
I think that's wild. I think that the whole conversation is crazy because I just know.
Hold on. Let ask that question first. Hold on.
To answer your question, yes. And we can also not even have a hypothetical. We can go back into literally exactly what you said to have it eye to eye. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Some of the things, absolutely. Do I agree in particular with certain things? No. But do other things? Sure. But that comes from experience. And so I just find it interesting that how you can view certain things, you can see it in people, but yet I think more of it, you can, I don't know what I'm trying to actually say. Yes, to your question on both ends. I do think that. Do I think some of the reasons? No.
So that's why I'm saying, like, how like dudes can like have a conversation or see how a woman move and all that type of stuff. We not, and when we say this, we're not saying we 100%. It's just one of those things where I guess it's like the survival instinct of like that kicks into you. Like, you don't have to. If you see 10 snakes that probably look venomous, you're not finna say, well, about 2 of them might not be venomous on a type of thing. It's kind of like the same thing with like women, the way they carry themselves. Everything that Courtney said, the way they present themselves and everything, you'll be like, she might be a person that is promiscuous or whatever. And then you start having conversation and it start matching previous encounters you done had with other women that carried those traits that they probably would go. Pretty much.
Have you
just
ever
like if you was
been wrong?
Huh?
Have you ever been wrong?
He don't know because she lied.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll just say that.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
I'll say this. Point. I'm not sure because the way we were thinking and all that type of stuff, typically I was right.
Well, how do you know?
Did you fuck her?
But you're saying you're not sure, which means there were some.
I'm not sure if they wasn't. I'm not sure if they wasn't. But me thinking that and going on my move, and I got the end result, then I was like, okay.
So the end result is you still fucked them, even though you thought that, or you didn't fuck them because you thought that. Which one was it?
Oh, to say it again.
Was the end result because you fucked them, or was the end result not because you fucked them?
Because it did.
It was what?
Because I did. Because I got the whole
so
reason.
You're the promiscuous one.
Right. So you thought that she was a hoe and still fucked her?
Yeah, see, these conversations, they really do. Yeah, these make my ass.
No, I did not say anything about being a hoe. I said that she probably could go.
Okay, promiscuous.
So if you're promiscuous, that mean you're a hoe?
Promiscuous, sure. We can change the word however you want to.
Oh God, here we
go.
That
means you're a hoe?
I'm sorry, because the whole thing was built on a certain thing, and now you're telling me that you still fucked, and now my mind is blown because now it's a pointless conversation. So I'm confused.
Yeah, it's pointless.
What's wrong with that? And let me clarify what I'm trying to do.
Because what they're trying to do, they continuously try to compare things to be on the same plane.
I'm not comparing.
Right? When men are trying to say, yeah, okay, we didn't live this life. Right, we done all been to college. We done did this. We done had encounters with women, and we're calling out some things that hey, this woman can go based off certain situations, how she carry herself, and all this type of stuff. Y'all say, how do you know? We give you the answers. How do you know? And okay, cool. So you still fucked her though, and that's all they want to.
Yeah, because a hoe recognize a hoe. Otherwise, that's all I'm trying to say. You hoes recognize hoes because you can only recognize a hoe if you a hoe. Or if you've been with a hoe, or if you are a hoe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Y'all don't know.
Different. I just felt like it was built on something totally different. Like a hoe does recognize a hoe, and I respect it.
Period.
But I feel like it was built differently.
You're like, I
But
went
here's
to
the thing,
college. We
here's
all
the
been to
thing.
college.
This is
We've all
between,
done
because this is
things.
the
You know
thing.
what it
Y'all
is.
be feeling things, and we're just trying to give y'all the game on stuff. But then y'all want to turn it into a whole different scenario of what you thought you interpret what we talking about. But when we be sitting here trying to tell you exactly what we talking about, guess what y'all do? It must be something else. It's not that. We're just telling you what it is.
Okay,
It's not the
Tell me
situation
what
that
it
we're
is
trying to
for
call
you.
women hoes. It's not a
Because listen,
situation
look,
that
because
we're
hold
just
up.
saying,
Here's
hey,
the thing though. It's either we do have the experience or we don't have the experience, and we're giving it to you from our experience.
I
And
appreciate that.
but that's what I'm saying. But when we do tell y'all this, just because you say, hey, y'all were promiscuous, I mean, well, we the ones that have to approach y'all and talk to y'all and get this experience with y'all, whether we fucked you or not. We still have to get this experience with you.
Mhm.
Some of us, yeah, we have to talk to y'all, and sometimes we may have the conversation, but we may end up not fucking. But we know that you can take it there. We know that you will go, whether we decided to fuck you or not. We know this already, and this is experience before. Like I said, most men who have the experience, who have gone through it, we see it, we understand it. So again, we're not just talking from just red pill shit. This is real life experiences, myself included. I come from a place of playing sports. I come from a place of going to college and having to talk to women with before social media. I understood this shit. So it's not a place for me. I'm just not just talking from a red pill standpoint. This is all from experience, and as well as Mac, just as well as Raw, just as well as Marcus. This isn't just some internet shit that we're talking about.
I didn't think that it was some red pill shit. I think it's maybe too because conversations that we've had of how you feel about promiscuous women. And so then we built this conversation off of that situation. So then it led to this being more in the sense of like, I don't fuck promiscuous women. But then it was just like, no, but I still fucked her. And so now I'm like, well, why didn't we just say
you're not listening.
I am listening. I understand now we're here. I get exactly what you're saying. I'm just telling you how it went. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because which goes back to that's how we know how to slide them. That's how you know, like just like we were having the conversation earlier. Yes, some men gonna fuck some big women, but that don't mean they gonna marry them though. It's too different. It's too big because we understand sometimes some dudes have a drought. Not saying that it's me. I'm just saying there are guys who have a drought. Like, listen, bro, it's been a drought. I ain't getting no numbers tonight, but I know this one over here, she going though. I'm gonna go holler at her. I'm gonna bust it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have posting that cleared. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have fucked her. It is what it is. I'm gonna chalk it up to the fucking game, and I'm gonna keep it pushing on with my life. That's how it goes. That's how a lot of men do this shit, and a lot of women get upset about it when men say shit like this. But that's what it is. That's what the real deal is. So when you see a lot of women saying, "Oh, well, this nigga in my DM, all these men in my DM," that's cool. But the nigga ain't married you yet. That nigga just trying to fuck. I don't see the result. If I don't see a result, then what? What you ain't telling me shit.
And also they be thinking that guy that's in their DM, that's the only DM that he hit.
You ain't slick, nigga.
Man, this nigga here, man. Let me cut that camera off, right? Fuck off here.
No, they be thinking like that only dude is like in their DM. This man is shooting shots to see if it lands.
Most women know that.
We absolutely know that, and y'all act like y'all the only ones we talk to too. So
no, we don't. We know.
y'all.
That's you okay. Boom. Hey, look, Courtney, right there. Y'all act like y'all the only one we talk to. I can
have a conversation with a man and not want to fuck him.
No, if I'm chilling somewhere and I'm hearing a woman talk like that, and I ain't gonna say you, me, we talking about in the environment.
Listen, y'all think a whole lot of things about me. You're all the way wrong. It's cool.
That's one of the things I'll say.
I like the
like if she in the party or at a kickback or some kind of neutral day, and she be like, "Y'all think y'all the only one we talk to? Y'all think we only got one guy?
I'm saying this to you because we on a panel right now. I'm saying this to you because we on a panel right now. If you met me in the club, I promise you wouldn't know a goddamn thing or assume a motherfucking thing about me because I would make you think exactly what I wanted you to think.
Thank you.
It's whatever it is that I wanted to get out of you, whether it was dick, money, drinks, fun, conversation, whatever that is. I'm talking to you on this panel with reality because there ain't no point for me to come up here and lie to you. So you can say that. You can say, if a woman talks like that, I wouldn't talk to her. But you don't understand. A lot of women ain't talking to you like that because they're gonna say what you want them to hear or what they want you to hear so that they can get whatever you simps gonna give them. So with that being said,
Mimi,
I'm out of this conversation because I'm a hoe and I'm promiscuous because I talk the way I talk, even though I'm over here trying to just be, trying to just make the panel, have a conversation.
Do you think most men know that's what you're doing to them and they just doing that?
Most of them don't.
I'm saying in general, sure. Do you think there's men like, okay, I know I'm gonna have to buy her some drinks. She telling me all this stuff. I don't believe her, but I'm gonna just listen and I'm gonna just act like I believe her.
Yeah.
Y'all really think y'all game on
and y'all think that we don't know that you already know that we're not being honest with you and we're still getting the damn drinks out of you. We're still getting whatever out of you.
No, that's what comes with it. See, what y'all don't realize, men know that's the name of the game. I'm gonna have to
get the drink.
I think that's what's happening is I think there's like this. I feel like there's a power play that's trying to happen, and it's really like
Now, hold on, Ash. Now you bringing it back to a situation where it feels like we're in a competition. I'm not saying that. That's the reason why I always preface in the beginning. Hey, can I ask a question? Do you think there's men that do understand that's what's going on? It's not a power play situation.
Ask that specific type of question when they're like, it'd be different because just how you want me to say certain things, I think that sometimes the questions should be mixed up because you specifically go straight for a specific type of question rather than broad spectruming. So then it all like when I talk to you, sometimes I feel like I have to.
Was that
no?
Not broad?
I think it's too broad. I think it's too broad because the answer
you saying it's not broad, and she's saying it's too broad.
Absolutely, there's gonna be men that are gonna blah 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 blah. Whatever you say, there's gonna be somebody who feels.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's more of what I mean. It's like
what
it's always just that specific. So then when we have a conversation and I feel like I'm more broad of opening up. And then we get into our previous conversation where it's just like, well, when I'm talking to you, you always go here or you always go there. And it's like, yeah, because it's always a specific type of people that you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, but everybody's in a fucking pocket. Like we don't mix it up. Not saying that you're saying, but this is just what I understand with you and I.
I'm asking for specific situations is because I asked for the specific situation. What y'all be trying to do, y'all be trying to put every variable that can actually exist in a situation and want to address each one. I'm saying I want a question for one damn situation. That's what I want. I just want that one. We can talk about the other stuff, but I just want that one.
Because it's always the same lane, and that's what I mean.
All right. Y'all got
and that's totally fine.
Walking us
you're gonna ask how you want to ask, and I'm gonna answer how I want to answer.
Narrative.
That's okay. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to point it out.
The real ones ain't paying for no drink. The real ones ain't paying for no drink.
I think the biggest thing is y'all ain't as slick as you think you are.
And neither
I think
are
we can say that for the whole panel.
Nobody's trying to be slick.
Right.
Y'all just dumb.
No, but that's the thing though. We men are dumb though. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, y'all are.
We know. Just like y'all know what y'all do. Y'all ain't that smart as y'all think y'all are.
Well, some women are smarter than you think. Some women are smarter than you think.
I agree. Listen, I agree with that. There are some women that are smart, but in general, y'all ain't as smart as y'all think y'all are.
Well, we can generalize everything at the end of the day.
But yeah, but you got to generalize things because guess what? We live in a generalized world.
I can't generalize shit because y'all have me out here being a baby mama. And I'm a hoe.
Hey, I don't know about all that.
And the thing
nobody said you was a hoe.
I ain't say that.
I'm promiscuous because of this or
nobody
that. I can't let y'all do that because that's not who I am.
Let me clarify what I was saying. What I was saying is,
I know you didn't mean it because you can't figure out what you want to say.
I
understand that now you're gonna man. Now you want to mansplain to me what you was trying to say.
Okay, I said you were
was trying to say. I get it.
I thought mansplaining was like what a woman said.
I get what you was trying to say. I don't take nothing you say personally, Marcus.
I don't think you did. But I mean, it's still not off what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is most times a lot of girls who have had experience usually aren't agreeable.
Oh, like, I'm not. So now I'm not agreeable.
No, I can tell you are. It is my way or the fucking highway type shit.
Really? Ask my boo if that's the case.
Hey, you grew up and I'm shit. Hey, if
I
I'm
would
wrong, I'm wrong.
love, I would love for you to ask my
I'm
my
wrong,
guy if
This is
that's
what
if
I
I'm
needed.
wrong, then I'm wrong. But
you're absolutely
Far
wrong.
wrong. I can
but
tell by
The
but
thing is
I don't even know.
I'm not going to be agreeable to a man that I don't have to be agreeable to. Now, in the case of him, if he asked me to shut the fuck up, I will gladly shut the fuck up because he got that type of. But you,
I won't
my
do that.
son, you do not. Okay.
Right.
And no man does outside of him. So as far as me not being an agreeable woman, there's only one man that I have to be agreeable to.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nah,
So
not really.
everyone else can get this smoke. So, and that includes
But
you.
see,
And you
that
can hate that
also,
because how do you know that because I'm not agreeable in your opinion that I wasn't a virgin when I met him?
Type shit.
I'm
just
just gonna
saying.
I'm just gonna go off a whim and say
You
one.
use these broad you use these broad statements, and half of the time you're fucking wrong.
Hey, I gotta go by what you. Hey, I should go by what I see, not what I hear. I mean, that's
Well,
it.
you can go by what you see, and you can still be wrong, and you can go by what you hear and what you feel, and you can still be fucking wrong.
You could be like a unicorn. You could be like a unicorn. You could be like a unicorn, for real.
I could be, but at the end of the day, you don't get to say just. I mean, I think it was I think it was crazy a statement to say, oh well, I can just tell by the way you talk that you are very much out there. Like, what the fuck?
Pretty much right there. You had experience.
I mean, I could say a lot of things about what I'm looking at on this panel about every man, woman on here, but that doesn't mean that it would be right. You're just talking out the side of your neck, and it's okay because that's what a lot of men do. Y'all make assumptions.
I'm not Jesus. I mean, everything that comes out of my mouth ain't true. I'm just going by what experience and what I've seen in as far as consistency, like how it usually works. I'm just saying.
You what, when you get a woman like me that's usually disagreeable and you can control her, then that's listen, I promise you, you will be the man. You will be him. Okay.
Those are the ones that have you doing some dumb shit.
No, the problem is you can't tame a woman. If you can't tame a woman, just say that. If you don't have what it takes as a man to make a woman do what it is that you want her to do, just say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, I can't. I ain't doing that. No, you just don't have what it takes to tame a woman. That's the problem.
I'm with you. I can't.
You go and find you a soft woman that'll do anything you want all the time, and that's. But that goes back to what I was saying. There's somebody for everybody.
You're right. You 100% right. That's why I'm getting big ass dogs. That's why I'm getting big ass dogs from the rescue. Them motherfuckers can bite you. I ain't got time for that. No, you gotta get them when they good. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that type of patience, and I'm not that type of dude. So nah.
Well, it's like I say, it's somebody for everybody.
Hey, I'm with you.
I don't believe that because there's some people out here they still struggling.
They just ain't found them yet.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna find them.
They might not.
I disagree.
Well, shit, and there's some people out here who.
How are you married and you don't believe in love? Be so for real right now.
Well, because I'm realistic.
If it was love is the job, the ratio of men to women would be the same.
Talking to the right one, shorty. You talking to the right one.
Every man got married and was put
off
the market.
I know some people who died and never been married before. Never had that person before. I know some people who died
since we want to talk about statistics would say that every last one of y'all on this panel will probably end up divorced. So if you want to talk about
that is statistics.
So let's not go there though, because that would be too much of me trying to play to my own narrative.
But see, we ain't disagreeing though. We is the same though. Ain't nobody divorced over here. So therefore, until that happens,
and that is so tea.
Exactly. So with that being said, it don't mean anything.
I just kissed my wife.
We just know what the results are. The results are the results.
All right. Well,
until it's a result, then we can't really say nothing about it.
Interesting.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Not really, but it is interesting.
It ain't. I mean, it ain't though, because results matter at the end of the day, regardless of what we talk
you go
about.
by statistics all the time, and we create a whole conversation and all these things on our panel.
Results gotta matter. We can talk all day. If the results ain't there, then I mean,
not saying that I want you to get a divorce at all. I want you to be happy and in love and all that. I'm just saying.
No, I get it. No, I'm saying it's a statistic.
But you know, but the rest of them big bags, they ain't never gonna find love.
11.5%.
Mud
that number still small. So
Ozempic is saving a lot of people, making a lot of marriages. Yep.
Hey, Raw, I got a
6
new one.
per thousand. That number is very small.
You
got swamp donkeys, and then you got mud ducks.
I said mud ducks.
I don't like that. This is how you talk about women, to be honest.
I mean.
Oh, I got some for dudes too.
And being married, it's really unattractive. And not saying in an attractive way sexually, as unattractive as a person. Like just some positivity sometimes about women would be really nice. Raw does hit on it sometimes, but
I'm not gonna hit on you if I'm in a relationship.
I didn't say hits on. I said he hits on the topic of being like talking nicely about women. I feel like a lot of our conversations are just talking shit about women.
Women all the time.
These panels and stuff, that's what it always is though. Women are either, if a woman is not Instagram model type, or if she don't have a beautiful body or a natural beauty face and long hair and then she is worthless to every man. If she like, there's no way that she'll ever be married. She'll never have anything that she wants in life until she loses weight, gets her shit together for a man. Like it's the same. I am in no way, shape, form a feminist at all.
She ain't talking about our panel. No, she ain't talking about that. She's talking about the other panels.
No, I'm not talking about y'all panel. I'm saying in these panels, if you were a woman that literally listens to everything,
who's doing this?
If you listen to everything that's said on these panels, you would just crawl in a hole and stop breathing. Like you're never gonna find a man, you're never gonna be able to get nothing that you want in life. Like
you don't get context though. Because if there was some broke dude living with his parents, and he was talking about how he needs some high value chick or whatever, some bad bitch or whatever, and he deserves it, y'all be talking shit about it.
Not all women are looking for that though. Y'all only see these people.
The only time people talk about these girls is when they have that type of attitude. I've never heard someone crash on some girl who's nice. I've never heard that shit. I've never heard someone call someone a big back, she's nice. You never hear that shit.
That's true.
It's only one of those ones who got the fucking attitude like they goddamn a supermodel are the ones that they talk about.
That's not true.
I think when we be talking about things in general, right? And we talking about the negative parts of women, we're talking about a core demographic of women that actually act like that. And what tends to happen is a lot of women try to spread across the board. And because we're talking about them and saying, hey, these women are probably not the best for you, or they act like this. And most men don't like that, or X, Y, and Z. A lot of women like to spread it to, oh, you talking about all women. I had a conversation a couple times, and then I was just having like a back and forth, like how me and Ash have one. And it was like on a different panel on like TikTok or something like that. And just because I had a disagreement with one woman, we weren't even talking about, I didn't even say nothing negative about women. I just disagreed with her standpoint. All the women was on there talking, and in the comments was saying that I hate women. Just because I disagree with that one woman about something, right? So I think a lot of times when we be having these conversations, I'm not going to be facetious. There are some guys that be on these panels, they be trying to get their rocks off by talking shit. I ain't gonna lie, right? I done seen it. I'm not finna be acting like I'm not finna cape and act like that don't happen. I done seen it. I done seen it off rip. But a lot of times, what tends to happen is I see a lot of times when the back and forth go between that one woman and that man, it's like in the men just sit back and the women sit back and let them have their powwow. What they remember from that thing is, oh, these men in general, they just hate women and X, Y, and Z. And it's like you just had a conversation with that one or two men on that panel that had that type of mindset or something like that. And they apply it to most men that think like that. And most men don't.
Hilarious.
I hear more men saying we like the natural and all that type of stuff. And they be like, no, y'all don't. Y'all don't like it. I hear more of that conversation than men saying we want bad bitches and fake eyebrows and all that type of stuff. I hear a conversation of men say I'd rather have something natural, and women saying that y'all don't want that, than men actually saying I want all the unnatural BBL and all that type of stuff.
That's because they be conflating a damn 2-second Instagram screen tap with 24 hours of being outside. Half the bitches that motherfuckers be liking on the damn screen don't even get no FaceTime in real life. Motherfucker walk smooth past that bitch
Y'all
on Miami
get
Beach.
them in real life. That's the truth. But let me tell you something that's real funny. Let me just say
before you start cooking, I don't know who the y'all is, because I can get them. So
well, if you can get them, then you know what I'm saying. I don't understand that. Then I'm not talking about you.
Facts.
So stop. So don't. If you can get them, then I'm not talking about you. Don't apply. Let it fly. Okay, but let me say this. I've been coming on these panels now for about 2 or 3 months now. Okay, and what's the funniest thing to me is that, and I love the fact that we put our IG down at the bottom. And this happened last week. I called out one of them last week. It be the same ones that are in these comments talking the most shit that come in my DMs talking about what's your Cash App. I can show you right now. I can show you right now DMs from people that are in these comments talking all this shit because I recognize them. I'm not a fool. I read the comments. They say, oh, you got a big head and a forehead and you fat and you got a big back and all that. And then they come in my DMs at talking about, oh, can I get you? Hey, you sexy. Can I get your number? I just be talking shit. I'm just trying to get your attention.
No,
so I can't take everything that y'all say seriously because honestly, and I'm not saying y'all, I'm just saying when it comes to these panels and stuff, because a lot of times y'all just be capping for the gram and for YouTube. For real, because most of the time, these same people that are on here talking all this shit will be the same ones that will holler at me at the gym when I'm looking my worst, will literally be in my DM sending me asking for my Cash App and sending me pictures of them masturbating. And I'm being 100% honest with you. If I wouldn't get your YouTube flagged right now, I would show you, and I can call their names right now from Anton Daniels, and I can call their names. People that have been on Anton Daniels panels that are sending me videos of them playing with themselves.
I believe
the same ones that would say that I'm ugly and I'm a big back. So with that being said,
hold on, everybody, seriously.
I ain't even gonna go ahead, Rob.
Does that not go back to what I just told you earlier? Because I know I be joking a lot on these panels, and I'm the comedic relief for the fucking panel. But does that not go back to what I told you, that all a nigga need is some friction and imagination?
Thank you so much.
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
It's not.
The point I'm trying to make is y'all cap. Y'all act like y'all don't want a certain type of woman, and y'all really do. Y'all act like the beauty about me, though? Y'all act like that women out here that are mediocre or not the most beautiful or not Instagram ain't getting play, and they not getting men that want to be with them.
But you know the beauty about me though, Mimi? To my knowledge, I ain't capped online today.
I second what she said though.
We done talked about Swamp Donkeys on the Third on some other streams, and I was like, hey, I ain't talking about no ugly shorty, but you could be 315 and still
I'm far from ugly. I'm far from ugly. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
But I'm not saying you.
No, I'm just saying in general, like the things that people say, like y'all say a lot of stuff, and the truth of the matter is y'all can't get half of the women that y'all be looking that y'all think y'all can get.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. I was born in the Bronx, New York. I know you walk down some of my blocks, you certified in the hood. So that's just that. That's why I was like, let me see the before picture.
From the hood to
understand that.
Here to there to everywhere. I
get that. Most panels they want the Barbie doll and the Bratz doll or semblance of it, but there's more ingredients in the pot than that when it comes to me. So
hey, so we just said that we most of can't get those women. Should we get buttered about it?
What'd you say?
We said most of us can't get those type of women. Should we get butthurt about that?
No, I don't think you should be bothered about it. Because if you got bothered about it, I mean, you wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just made a general statement.
And I'm not bothered about it.
General statement. That's what I'm saying. Like not everyone should take everything so like we're talking about everybody. I mean, it's not the same shit. So you would say you make a statement like that, it don't even fucking faze me. So like I think that's what
I'm not bothered about it either. I'm just making sure that you guys understand that this is the case. Like you would make it seem like y'all would make it seem like women can't like mediocre women or women who are not super stunningly gorgeous and stuff can't get good men.
Here's the thing. Here's what we're saying, and this is what we always say. We already know that there are some dusty ass niggas that be in y'all DMs.
And it'd be some good ones too.
Yeah, but y'all overlook them niggas though. So y'all
I didn't.
I disagree.
But that's a lot of times, just like I said before, just like how one guy just wanted to reach out to you, Ashley. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of guys that be trying to shoot their shot at you, right? Now there may be some guys who slip through the crack, but in generally speaking, we know there's some dusty ass niggas that be in people DMs, and so those are the type of niggas that we don't advocate for. We ain't talking about them type of niggas. We talking about niggas who got real emotion out here, who are actually out here doing things, who ain't out here putting women on the pedestal. We gonna hold men accountable. We gonna hold women accountable at the end of the day. I know it seems like we always talking about women type shit, but there are some fucked up. There are some shitty ass men out here. We know this.
A lot of
we know some bullshit ass men out here. But we speak for the men who are actually about something. Who actually understand the game.
For the women that is about something. That's right.
Not
all women are dusty and out here just trying to get you for your money. Not all women are doing that.
But that's what Mac already explained though. He said we only talking about a certain demographic of women. He said then we'll take it to this whole general standpoint. Then y'all try to, just like you said, if it don't apply, let it fly. So when he's talking about a certain specific group of women and y'all don't fit that description, hey, like, you know what? That's right. You know, I know some shit.
Well, then how can you have conversations with women that don't meet that description about women that do meet that women that you're talking about? You probably should go and get you some women on your panel that are dusty as fuck, got 5 kids by 6 different men and a possible. Like maybe that would make this more not of a argumentative type of thing, because that's what it seems like. The chat is like